Alright guys, this is what I'm going to tackle next here. I gotta get ready to, I got another month, just over a month and a half to get my pig. But the opportunity of me getting them in there early is a possibility here in about 3 weeks, if there's an opening, or 2 weeks. So I need to fix, this is the cage I bring them in. Okay, basically if you take this cage and you flip it down like that, this is the bottom. This sits on the ground. All right. A couple years ago when I first got this, I reinforced it. I used this channel. I welded it. It used to look like, well, it wasn't bent, but it used to be like this. All four corners we had the same type angle iron. Well, I had a whole bunch of this stuff laying around, so I just framed the bottom out, the skid. If you see up here, I kind of made like a sleigh where it won't dig in the dirt so much. I rebuilt this strong. I've got a hook here to tow it, to hook it. This one day will end up, if you've seen way out there, I have got a trailer full of lumber. And that trailer is a boat trailer. And I'm gonna cut that up, make it shorter. It's already sits low to the ground. I will make this, mount this on that trailer when I get rid of all that wood. Too big of a project for me to start messing with now. So what I'm doing here is I have to put, because this is a graded piece, it's hard to drag. It collects a lot of dirt and debris that gets in there. All right, it gets a lot of dirt and debris. So I'm going to mount this sheet in there. Now, the bottom of this, I think it's 4 foot wide. That panel max is only 40 inches, so I'll take it to about this area on both sides. So I'm going to, this is, I can't remember, like maybe 8 inches longer than what this whole thing is. So I'm actually gonna fold it over this. So one end will be, I'll have to show it to you, but I'll kind of have to cut a groove. So that goes over. I'm going to bolt it to the floor, to this. I'm going to start on getting that mounted to the bottom of this, so it's more of a slippery, I don't dig into the dirt. It slides more on top. And hopefully this will just be a temporary thing until I can get that trailer unloaded and get that wood off of it. And then I'll cut the trailer down. My son's going to come up and we're going to re-weld the whole frame. So it's a shorter trailer, enough to fit, put this on there. And I don't have to worry about, because what's going to happen is once the pigs are in this thing, I have to drag it from way back there all the way across my property, beside my garden, and I'll have my red trailer sitting, will be sitting on a driveway up here. And I use the winch on my trailer and I pull it up on that trailer, this whole thing with the pigs in it. So the last couple of years it's 600, this probably weighs 200 pounds, so it's been about an 800 pound 900 pound drag, and this year they're going to be even bigger, the pigs. So I'm going to get this done early so I'm ready for it in case they call, I call and they say yeah, bring them. I've got this thing ready to roll and get them gathered up. Alright guys, I want to make this sheet sit on this, but I want it to fold over the front. Right, and then I'll bolt it to the front, bolt to the bottom, but I've got this hook, so I'm going to have to slice a hole for that to slide through, and I've already done it. Here's my sheet, and here's my hole I sliced. Now I can lay that up there and you'll see what I've got to do. We'll get there. Alright, yesterday I was working on this crate. That's how I ship my pigs. I have to put this bottom plate on. What I did yesterday to get that bend the way it's bent, I found out the length that I needed. I went and cut a groove, this centerpiece. It gave me some room to move so I can shift this around. I brought my tractor down. I raised the forks up so the forks were as high as what this was right here. Okay, all the way across. Then I took this sheet and put it on top of the forks. I laid the sheet over that hole, figured out where the center was, where everything needed to be and then I went ahead and drilled through here into the steel, bolted that one there, and then I bolted another one right here. So the front was bolted. Now what I ended up doing is I backed the tractor up. So basically that sheeting was just, you know, just laying out straight out. Well, I took the forks and I tilted the forks back, and I walked right up to this piece and dropped the bucket on there, so it folded all as one piece and just kinked it right on over perfectly. Now it's stuck way out. I mean, it wasn't folded all the way, and that's when I used my wife's nose of her truck, pushed in. I drilled these holes. These are, some people may know what these are. Stakes to hold the metal railings for garden edges. I got a bunch of them. So I drill a hole through the center, cut them, and use them as like a big washer, flat washer, to hold it tight onto here. Same there. I did down there. I need to snug them up. Now what I need to do is drop this down. As you can see, the front of that is up in the air, and I want to suck it to the front cage better. And probably go ahead and bang and fold this over some so no one gets hurt on that part. But that's how I did it. Hopefully I explained good enough to you how I folded it over. I used the tractor bucket and just dropped it right on top of it squarely, and it just kinked it, fell right over. Because if you don't do it all at once, you try to fold it, it folds sideways every time. So that worked out perfect, and then I just bolted those up. So now what I'm going to do is tip this forward, that's the front of it, and fix that front piece. Here we go. Alrighty, I've got this done. I'm fixing to go get the tractor and bring it back out back. I'll show you what I've done. You've seen most of it already, but I did make 2 more changes. I did add a center plate in, bolt, and also I did a center one right up back there, the fold to keep that nose down. But that's it. Now this is the bottom. This is how this is gonna, that's the front, so I'll be pulling it. So all this will be dragging in the dirt. And it should be a lot better than it was last year. Last year I didn't have long sheets. I had 2 shorts, and I laid them sideways and I kind of overlapped them. I got about halfway and I lost one of the sheets, and then I started dragging dirt. So this should do good. This should only, hopefully this lasts me a year. This time around, maybe one more time by time, and then I'll have that trailer unloaded. We can rebuild the trailer to accept this, and the trailer now would just be for hauling the pigs. Anyway, here we go. It's done. It's all good. It's strong. On the inside, I used, I forgot what they're called, the bolts, but they're, there's not a head to them on this side. It's rounded, so the pigs don't step on it, don't get hurt. And same thing up here, so they don't, now they're not going to step on it all on its side, but these bottoms they would. So they're good. They're not going nowhere. They're super tight. They don't come off. So, and you're looking on the inside, and that would be the door that they're going to walk in. And this is the top that stays open. Anyway, guys, this thing's done. The crate's done for the pigs. I'm happy it's done. It's over. So now I don't have to worry about not having it ready for them when I need to. And you'll see how that sets up when time comes. All right, let me get out there. Let me get going. Got some more stuff to do.